When Serena Vazari was a little girl growing up in Iran, she used to love spending her days in her grandmother's bak, or paradise garden. And she loved it so much that she decided to build her own paradise garden right here in LA. And what started as a backyard project has blossomed into a movement to green up Mid-City.
Hey, little kids, go around and see if you can find the little fish in the ponds.
We are at the Natural History Museum.
They're called the arroyo chubfish.
It's a really sensory kind of experience for children and their parents. They're having a great time too, learning about all the plants. There is a composting section where kids can get their hands dirty. There's forts made out of twigs. There's plants that can kind of go into and smell and taste and feel.
What's the difference between this one and that one over there?
You mean these?
Yes.
This one's already ready to be picked and that one's still green.
All of these kids are from Mid-City. Most go to Alta Loma, and a lot of them are just dying to explore and get out into nature. I partnered with Montserrat, who is a community organizer and ready to help, and we've been putting together this campaign called Mid-City is Growing to bring more parks and gardens and green spaces in Mid-City.
Does it smell good? It smells like perfume, huh?
Part of getting people excited about this movement is to create a culture around gardening. My family's from Shiraz, which is where the first gardens were created 2,500 years ago. Cyrus the Great was the creator of the very first Persian paradise garden. And these gardens were always enclosed by tall walls, shaded by bountiful fruit trees, irrigated with calm waters, and the smell of lilies, roses, and jasmine filled the air to rejuvenate the spirit and relax the soul. Kids love the space. I can't keep them out of here. They run around, they're really enchanted by all the paths and the wildlife we've started to attract here. And what we're trying to do here in Mid-City is do a garden crawl so that all of our neighbors can come in and see what we've done in our backyard so that they can ask questions, they can borrow seeds, they can take plants, and we can really create a strong community and exchange. In our area of Mid-City Heights, which is considered a severely disadvantaged park community, there are a lack of parks. The only park we have is a median that's dangerous for kids to play in. Alta Loma is a community school, which means they want to open up as a community park, which means they're going to open up their doors to the neighborhood on the weekends. It's an interesting concept because if you imagine like all of LAUSD kind of following this model, then suddenly the citizens of LA can have acreage back in their own neighborhoods. I'm really pushing to create something that's a bit more interesting and not just a box park or a box field, but something that the neighborhood and the kids really design and dream of. We figured it would be a better opportunity to take them to inspiring spaces in the LA, like Huntington Gardens, the Natural History Museum, and really show what is possible. You know, do you want a butterfly garden as your lunchroom? This is something we can ask for and we can do if we organize as a community and really put our voices together and demand.
Yeah, it feeds parakeets. You looking for some?
Come out, wherever you want.
And to learn more about their efforts, head over to midcityisgrowing.com.